Hi, everyone. Hope everything is going well. So this week we'll be working on Module 3, Team Building and Project Planning. So first, by Wednesday, before you complete any of this week's assignments, you will need to read through and engage with our Module 3 Team Building and Project Planning interactive lecture. And of course, this interactive lecture was prepared specifically for our class and is a different approach than the usual mini lecture we have. And I hope that you will find it to be helpful. This lecture involves reading, some videos, and some knowledge check questions at the end of each section. So we had some fun putting that together. And so there are, of course, several sections. So do make sure that you read through all of them. And it addresses collaboration, project management, and effective meetings. And of course, collaboration is an important element of grant writing and will be important for you to be working with your classmates on the grant proposals. And of course, we will be getting into groups this week. So our interactive lecture is also meant to help you to prepare for working with your classmates. So after completing the interactive lecture, on Wednesday, we have an assignment where you will officially make your program choice and also include some additional details about your general availability and if you have any preferences on which classmates to work with as a group. So I do have all of the details on Canvas, but in brief, by selecting and ranking your preferences on which program you'd like to focus on, I can then see what groups to be putting everybody in. You're probably already leaning toward a specific program, but you might find it to be helpful to review the community partner page in Module 1 regarding the programs that they need to fund. And if you have equal interest in more than one program, you might note that as well. I will, of course, try to get you into a group that is focusing on your first choice, but if you don't have a strong preference, that is also very helpful for me to know. Then you'll also need to list your general availability for potential meetings with your group. And I know this is, of course, an online asynchronous course that does not have class meetings, but groups having meetings, probably by video, can be very productive and can help everyone be more productive with less frustration in the whole process of collaboration. So your schedule then can have some impact on which group you are placed in to see if you have with classmates who are available at the same days and times, for example. And finally, if you have any preferences on specific classmates to work with, you can mention that. So perhaps you've always enjoyed engaging with specific classmates on some of our discussions, or you already know some members of the class. I will certainly keep your preferences and requests in mind when I form the groups. So the group work is a very important element of our approach to the class, and collaboration is also an essential element of grant proposal writing. But of course, I am well aware of some of the challenges that can come with online collaboration, and I, for one, will do all I can to help everyone succeed. And our activities in Module 3 are really one part of how I think we can make that collaboration successful. And frequently classes that involve collaboration don't have much preparation for it. And so Module 3's focus and the assignments that we're doing in Module 3 are meant to help you to prepare before starting collaboration. So after submitting your program preference on Wednesday, for Friday, you'll prepare a self-reflection in which you will reflect on yourself, on group members, even if you don't know their names yet, so the idea of group members, and of course the task of collaborating. I do have some lists of questions for each in the instructions to help prompt you in that self-reflection. You don't have to answer all of the questions I have listed in each category, but you should still be reflecting on all three categories that I have listed, that is self, collaborators, and task in context. The reflection will be an important part of how you prepare for working with a group. And of course, take a look on Canvas for more detailed instructions for that. And of course, I will try to be prompt in assigning the groups. With the preferences assignment being due on Wednesday, I should have the groups sorted out by Thursday or Friday. One thing that could slow me down, of course, is if anyone is not having their assignment in on time. So please get Wednesday's assignment submitted on time. It'll make things much easier for me for getting the groups formed. And of course, I will notify you once the groups are decided, and I do anticipate groups consisting of 3 or 4 students each, but of course that can vary slightly depending on what everyone's program preferences are and how that all adds up in getting the groups together. So then once groups are formed, everyone will need to get started on the project plan assignment that is due next week, and doing that in collaboration with your group. So you can't start that until your group is formed. So this planning is very important, not only for having a better experience collaborating, but also, of course, important as we look ahead to starting the grant proposal we have to plan. So groups will complete that assignment together, and I will share some more details about that in a future announcement, but of course, feel free to look ahead. I'm going to leave it at that for now, but please do let me know if you have any questions or difficulties.